It's like thunder and lightning, you hurting me without trying. A tempest you was rising, no I don't like to be this way. And you're Jekyll and hiding, are you real, are you lying? So stop when you're crying, I can't handle it now. You would tell every word I love when cold. Go around spreading the word it's over. If that's how you feel, then you should go. Don't come around saying I still want you. 1 minute to say a team. What's up guys, we're going to be looking at Years and Years song If You're Over Me today. Okay, now this song is quite hard to sing if you're a guy. Girls, you should be fine. If you're a guy, once you've learned this, once you've done this whole lesson, if you want to make it easy to sing, you can move the capo, move everything I show you down a fret. Okay, that takes it down a key. You can take it down another key and another key still if you take it off. Alright, so don't panic about if you want to sing. It's quite hard to sing. I struggle with it a little bit. Now, there's not that many parts to this, alright? You have like the main rhythm for the pre-chorus, kind of the same for the chorus, and again, kind of the same for the second verse, alright? But first, I really want to show you the tricky part, which is... So, let me show you how to play this first verse part, okay? Really tricky, I'll be honest with you. It took me a while to play, so don't feel bad if you can't do it. Like I said, you can replace this with verse 2 rhythm. So, let me just quickly show you, demonstrate. Okay, and that goes round and round for the verse. Now, it doesn't sound that complicated, but it kind of is, because there's a lot of control happening here, and there's sort of two different rhythms happening with the bass line and the top notes, okay? And then when you try and sing as well, it's very tricky, but you can do it. You just have to practice one part, practice the other part, make sure they're subconscious, then start singing. Okay, so let me break it down for you. We have 4 parts to this, so the first part is this. Okay, so let's dive into that. If you look at the tab as well, the tab, even if you kind of can't follow what I'm saying, the tab will show you as well. So we're always going to pick the bass note. It goes like this. Bum, 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 bum. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's always in the background, always picking. We're going to pluck the top notes every time. Okay, now what's really difficult is having these open strings. They're really pesky and they keep trying to ring out when you don't want them to ring out. So I will say, don't worry if they do. It doesn't sound bad, it doesn't sound wrong. Okay, it just won't sound as tidy, but I'll show you some tools for covering that. Let's work on this first part, alright? So we're gonna pick the A string and pluck the open E. Like that. So just make sure you can do that. You're almost pulling away from the strings. Okay, don't try and like bring your fingers together, just try and almost pull away to make them ring. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, don't move your hand all the way over there, but when you do it, try not to think you're going in, think you're pulling it away from the guitar, right? So third finger is third fret on the A string. Okay, you got pick, open E. And then we have this melody. So straight after, you notice my finger goes straight back, bump, bump, because it keeps the notes short, right? We don't want to have, it needs to be short. Now your finger might hurt after a while doing this, by the way. It will get stronger, don't worry. So we only pick the bass line 3 times. That's the tricky part. Bass, bass. So you really need to just do it slowly at first, just so you don't keep picking everything, alright? You only pick 3 times, watch. There, there. Okay. Pick, pick. And you'll notice this is soft sounding. Okay, that's because my hand, the bottom of my wrist is resting just here. So the bass line is nice and soft, okay? You hear that? So that's literally because the bottom of my wrist is about here, okay? Just sitting there. So then the open string, they're fine, but the bass line, nice and soft, right? So again, let's do that first part we have. Okay, then for the next one, move this finger up to the E string. We're gonna have, okay. So the bass line is always that same rhythm. Boom, 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 boom. Then for the third one, I want you to kind of bring your wrist over just a little bit, bring it up so the thumb can get this bass line. Okay, so for that, the second 2 we have bum, bum, dum, bum, bum, bum. So this third one's the hardest one in my opinion, because we have like a pull off. So you pluck, sorry, and then you pull that down. You're not pulling it off, okay? You're kind of pulling it down as it comes off. Bum, bum, bum. And the hard part is you pick the bass note and then you pick it again, but on the pull off. You see that? Beep, pick. So just work on this tiny little, just work on this. Go bum, beep, bum. And then try adding it in. Yeah, and then the last one we play bum, 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 bum. We have the G note again once, so bum, 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 bum. So we have thumb and first finger, then we have third finger, 3rd fret on the B string, and then middle finger, 3rd fret on the E string. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so this is confusing, I know. So really take your time with each part. And then when you're ready, if you want to sing at the same time, as I'm sure some of you do, you have to break down each line, okay? So just do it a little slower as well. So it's like thunder and lightning. You work on the first line. It's like So it's like thunder. Do you hear that? I'm trying to work out where the words are. It's like thunder and light, thunder and light, thunder and lightning. It's like thunder and lightning. And then same thing, you break down the second one. You hurt me without trying. You hurt me without trying. Me without trying. Me without try. You hurt me without trying. Then the next one. A tempest you was rising. That one's hard. A tempest you was. Work out where the words go. You was. A tempest you was rising. A tempest you was rising. And then, I know I don't like to be this way. I know I don't. So you work out where the first part is. I know I don't like to be this way. Like to be this way. I know I don't like to be this way. I know I don't like to be this way. Okay, it's very tricky. So when I had to learn this, I did one line at a time. You just play it slowly, work out where the words are, and eventually you can do a couple of lines, then you can do 3 lines, then you can do the whole verse. Okay. Now, let's go to the pre-chorus now. I don't want to spend all lesson on this first part. So this is the part that goes, you tell everyone our love when cold. Okay, so here we can just have chords and rhythm. Nice and easy. Alright, so we have C, we have G, and we have F. I've made it an F sus. Sounds really nice in this song. So let me show you these chords quickly if you don't know them. Then we'll break down the rhythm for the pre-chorus, alright? So we have 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the A string, middle finger, 2nd fret on the D string, open G, 1st finger, 1st fret on the B string, open E. Okay, and I like to add this thumb just to stop the E strings from ringing, just touch it with the thumb. You see that? That's why I've got an X beside the low E string, okay? There's C. Now for G, you can just move these 2 up a string, like that. Put your 4th finger down on the 3rd fret. Okay. You kind of don't really need this finger as long as you try not to play the E string, but I keep it there just for safekeeping. So 3rd finger, 3rd fret, middle finger, 2nd fret, open D, open G, open B, 3rd finger, 3rd fret. Okay. Remember, you can pause the video if you want to work on these chords for a bit longer. C, pause the video, work on that. Pause the video, work on G. And then our last chord is F sus. Gorgeous chord. Okay. So we have 3rd finger, 3rd fret again on the A string. This time we have the 4th finger underneath. So 3rd fret D string. Open G again. 1st finger, 1st fret on the B string. And open E. You can either have open E or you can bar this down. Doesn't really matter, okay? Whatever you kind of find easiest. You don't even have to play that top string if you don't want to. It's about these middle 4 strings, alright? And then try and bring the thumb over. Okay, so make sure your wrist is up, like you're gonna pick up your guitar. And bring the thumb to fret 1, just like we did in the verse, right? There's your F sus chord. Now the rhythm for this is sort of like a okay, now watch this hand, it's always moving. Okay, so you get these little scratches in the middle. 1 E and a 2 E and a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So always have this wrist moving because it makes sure that your downs and your ups are in the right place. So if I go down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay, so that's how we play the rhythm for this. You tell everyone love with Capo. If that's how you feel, then you should go. And then we have like a stop. Don't come around saying I still want you. Sit down, up, down, down. So from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, we go down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. I'm not spreading the word, it's over. If that's how you feel, then you should go. Don't come around, do you hear that? Don't come around saying I still want you. Now, when we get to the chorus, okay, it's much easier in my opinion. So, 1 minute you say the word see, then you're telling me you can't breathe. You say you set me free, baby, if you're over me. So essentially, I'm just constantly strumming, okay, but this time it's not scratches, it's actual strumming. So. So I'm going down, up, down, up, up, down, up, 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 down, up, down, up. Okay, so down, up, stop, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, stop, up, down, up. For the slap, all I'm doing is I'm still kind of striking through the strings, but I'm just hitting the strings here as I do it. So I'm kind of coming in whilst going down. If that makes sense. So I move away a little bit, come in and down. Okay. Now you can change to that G chord. So, well, you should set me free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So just for 2 beats. Baby, if you're over me. So you play it on the word if. Well, you should set me free, baby, if you're over me. Now, when we get to the second verse, okay, so this rhythm you can actually play in the first verse if you want to, if you struggle with the. If you struggle with that, you can play this verse 2 rhythm, okay? So there is a stop at the beginning, to be fair. So we go, there you go, there I said it. Look at me all offended. Play your games and it ended. I've got to look out for me. I won't say that it's easy. All I know I ain't leaving. But you can't keep deceiving. Doesn't make you feel good. So it's similar to our other rhythms, right? But this is more of a down, up, stop. Up, down, up, down, up. 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 Up. Does that make sense? So let me slow this down a bit. I'm just going down, up, down, up. Up, down, up, down, up. Up, down, up, down, up. Up, down, up, down, up. Up. So on the last 2, up. I won't say that it's easy. All I know I keep leaving. But you can't keep deceiving. Does it make you feel good? You tell everyone I love with Paul. Then we have another pre-chorus. And if you remember, the pre-chorus is slightly different. It's more of a up, down. So instead of up. Okay, so just to clarify, in the verse we do chugga chugga, up. Alright, and then we keep repeating it. In the pre-chorus we go chugga chugga, up, down, chugga chugga, up, down, chugga chugga. now when we get to the bridge, how long can I love remain? Time never could heal this pain. I thought I believed in fate. It's so cool. No, nothing for us would change. Same sorry, the same mistake. This heart just wants to break. So we have the same kind of rhythm as the chorus for the bridge, but instead of C, we're going to have A minor, which is basically the same. So from C major, you just bring your third finger down under your middle finger. Okay, so from C to A minor, that's this one finger difference. Okay, and we play the same rhythm. So, right at the end, we go, there's like a break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, oh, oh. 1 minute to say one thing. And then we go into the last chorus, right? So, I hope this lesson was helpful for you guys. I know this was a long one because I really wanted to get into specifics, cover that first verse, as well as the other rhythms. Alright, so really be patient and work on each part for a little while. And yeah, when you're ready, just have a go at singing it and playing it. If you don't want to sing, obviously just play it, that's fine. And I'll see you in the next lesson.